Welcome to Good Mythical More. We're doing more of what we did, but the exact opposite. We're taking the butter that we didn't use on the corns on the cobs, and we're putting it on other stuff to see if we can discover even more.
Oh, but first, we gotta take a new selfie face. This one is just got bad news from my psychic. You know, your personal psychic?
Yeah. I don't care. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in my psychic. I don't know. I could be wrong, you know? I'm not saying I'm not wrong. I'm just saying I've never been to a psychic.
Well then, okay, well let's go tonight.
Tonight?
Let's go get face bloated with a psychic.
That's not what you do with a psychic.
What do you do?
You ask them questions and
I
just don't like giving that power over to somebody.
It scares me. It really scares me. Like, because you know the whole like positive thinking results in positive things, you know, channel positivity. I find that works. But if you go to a psychic and the psychic's like, bad stuff's gonna happen to you, then you start thinking bad stuff's gonna happen to you.
Yeah.
And then bad stuff happens.
I just don't, I mean, like, giving that power to somebody to then like influence like the biggest decisions in your life. I mean, so I'm thinking about it and like, what should I do? Or even if you're not like, what should I do? If you're like, you're still taking into account with your decisions. You can't not. It's like, even if I went to a psychic, the reason why I haven't gone to a psychic because A, I don't believe in it, but I could be wrong. And 3, even if the first one's true and the second one's false, it would still impact me in a way that I just don't want to give that power to somebody.
So like if somebody says, today when you go home, you're gonna befriend a bald eagle named Bobby, and you guys are gonna become like a little duo, and Rhett's gonna go away forever.
Like Peacemaker.
Then you're
Peacemaker has
when you see that
a pet eagle.
When you see the eagle, now you're gonna be like trying to make contact with it. I understand what you're saying. You're influenced by the particular prophecy.
Maybe you're thinking that's not what a good psychic does.
Good psychics don't get that specific. Because they want to be right.
I don't think a psychic has ever said you're going to befriend an eagle named Bobby this afternoon and then your best friend's going to go away forever.
But
I don't believe
that really happened.
So we've got...
And this tarot card represents a best friend and a bald eagle.
Yeah, and wouldn't that be cool though to meet an eagle and...
That would be a cool psychic. If a psychic could give specificities like that, so you could look forward to like, one day.
That's what my psychic does.
One day there's going to be a bald eagle named Bobby I'm going to befriend. That would be awesome. I would totally go to the psychic.
Well, you know, you've never been. You don't know. You know that place down on Ventura? That's like the psychic.
Be more specific.
You know that place down on Ventura?
And before you say that, by the way, just if you don't go to the psychic, and that would have told you that you would have befriended a bald eagle named Bobby, would you not have then still befriended a bald eagle named Bobby? You just wouldn't have been told ahead of time?
I think you would not be looking out for Bobby, and Bobby might be like trying to reach you.
But
Bobby's
I'm always trying to befriend birds.
You're proving my point.
I've never not tried to befriend a bird.
But in a good way. I don't like that. Like, you're making a positive example.
That place on Ventura, the Psychic Eye, you know, in Studio City.
Eye.
That place is amazing. They got everything, including psychics on the perimeter. Like in there's curtains all around the perimeter. So like you're in the store and they've got like a Buddha and some crystals and that stuff. And then they've got all these.
They're throwing everything against the wall, so to speak.
Yeah, and me and Locke were like walking by, went in there just for the experience of it. You know, we're getting face bloated on a Friday night, just gonna do whatever we can get our hands on. We go in there, and then I'm hearing voices all around me. What the hell's going on? And I was like, oh, there's people getting sessions right now.
Readings.
There's people getting readings about bald eagles all around us right now.
So you got the good fat of the avocado with the
bad fat?
The bad fat of the butter.
I'm gonna just take this little here and just pop it right out.
It's kind of like a deviled egg type thing.
Pop it right into my mouth. Wow.
Avocado is already so buttery.
See, here's the thing. I just like butter straight up. So I don't feel like I'm a... Don't feed avocado to your eagle friend, by the way.
Really?
Avocado is poisonous to animals. Avocado is very poisonous to basically every animal except people.
That doesn't make sense though, because
Don't let your dogs eat it either.
it's evolved to want to entice, to want an animal to eat it so that it can then poop it. So I don't think all
Okay,
animals.
that's not quite true.
Well, don't make me look bad.
It has a toxin called persin.
Right.
But only certain species of animals are poisoned by persin.
Don't
and
let toxic persons into your life.
What about
Yeah.
dogs?
dogs and cats are rarely affected by
Birds, though.
persin.
I have
Birds.
Avocado poisoning can be deadly to birds and large animals such as cows, goats, and sheep.
That's pretty much. You just covered all animals.
That
You
wasn't.
said birds, cows, animals, and sheep. That's pretty much all the
Animals.
Bible talks about.
Birds,
I mean,
animals.
it's like that's the ones that populated the land. You covered everything.
Cows, goats, birds, and animals.
Yeah. Let there be cows, boats. Let there be boats. Well, there was one big boat. You better be on it.
I'm saying this is not worth trying because
Too much butter.
it's
You already get.
there's no contrast. No, there's no contrast.
It's like when you fart at a glue factory. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Nobody knows
It's
because
like
it already stinks
it's like a teardrop in the
in
ocean.
the ocean. That's even better.
Let's put some butter.
We had a dude we knew that did work at a glue factory. And,
No, he worked at a paper factory.
He worked at a paper factory, and he farted. He was like, you could just fart in a meeting. No one knew anything because it stunk so bad.
In a meeting?
Yeah,
They
man.
farted all the
Stevie,
time.
when's the last time you freely farted in a meeting? And I'm not talking about hit the mute button on that dumb Zoom call. I'm talking about like an in-person, real meeting where real things are accomplished.
If I got one that...
I cannot recall, Link. I cannot recall.
If it's a no stink day, sometimes you do a test fart early on,
Oh yeah.
and you're like, this is a no stink day. I can get away with
Do you
it.
fart on a test strip in order to tell?
I fart on a corn. I fart right on a cob.
Why you fart on a car?
Because I'm used to smelling that.
All right, so butter on a strawberry.
If you've done a test fart earlier in the day, within 90 minutes, and it didn't stink, and you know it's going to be a silent one, you can fart in a meeting.
Wait, what do you mean within 90 minutes? Within 90 minutes of what?
If you do a test fart and it doesn't stink, then chances are 90 minutes later your fart still won't stink because whatever makes them stink hadn't happened yet.
But 91 minutes, you could
91 minutes, you
Something
gotta
else could be
You
going.
got to do another test fart.
right.
And don't use the same cob. Let me tell you right now. Do a new cob.
No. You can use the same cob as long as the first test was negative.
Oh, right. Yeah, right.
Because once
You're right.
if there's no stink on the cob,
Once you've stinked a cob,
you got to get a new cob.
once you've stinked a cob,
Right.
you got to get a new cob.
Right. Until you stink it, keep sniffing it. Stink it and stink it.
Now this makes sense because some of my favorite desserts that already have a bunch of butter in them are
Right.
strawberry desserts.
Something's missing. Well, that's a good strawberry.
Yeah, because of the butter part.
No, that's a thoroughly ripe strawberry. There's no residual whiteness.
Is that why you're afraid of strawberries? You don't like strawberries because you think you've had a lot of bad strawberries.
Yeah.
But every time you eat a strawberry,
Yeah.
you comment about how much you like it and you act like it's unusual.
It's hard to find a good strawberry.
Not really, not anymore with GMOs, man.
I've eaten strawberries straight out of the patch, and you know what? I've eaten corns straight out of the field.
That's hard to do. It's hard to do.
Well, I boiled it first.
You remember
This is good.
Little Wild strawberries? You remember Little Wild strawberries? Did y'all have those growing up?
Yeah.
You find a little patch of them and you just go to town?
But they were never good.
They were never good.
They were hairy.
I didn't think they were hairy.
Like a
I just
wild
thought they
strawberry,
were very seedy
you know-
and they had no taste.
Yeah, because they weren't modified by persons.
So this
What
is
is
not a
this?
palate cleanser. We're going to see how
Is this
does butter make water
ice
better?
water?
Does butter make ice water better? Things you didn't need to think you needed to know today.
Things you didn't need to think.
I think you just put it right there and maybe.
Oh, on the edge?
No, I think you want
Just
to
give it like a nice little.
I'm gonna do a little mix. Let me see if I can make milk.
Is that?
Mama, make the milk.
That's how milk is made.
Give me a second. Making milk's hard. How do the cows do it?
I think you need hot water.
No, but this is specifically a cold water test.
It's not. I mean,
You fart in a hot tub?
No, because
No.
I mean everything's so loosened up. It's just very.
Oh
risky.
gosh. Oh gosh.
You fart in a hot tub?
Heck yeah, man. That's some of the best ones.
How? Why?
How and why?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd never ask that question. It's just when.
How do you? I think it's gonna have to.
When
be
and where? Here and right now.
I mean, it made the butter harder.
It congealed.
It just hardened.
I bought a little. I bit a little off. Hey, it's not bad. It's really not bad. It didn't really make milk.
I mean, this one needs to go back in the dishwasher. You know how
But could you-
sometimes some things need a second dishwash.
And that's not gonna. You're gonna bet to do that a few times. Are there any cocktails that have butter on the rim, Stevie?
Not that I know of off the top of my head.
Because that
but-
feels like something that would be good. You go to a fancy place and they've got like a butter rimmed margarita or something.
Yeah, I can see that. Maybe not a margarita.
Call it
Maybe
the greasy
a Bloody
rim.
Mary.
The greasy rim.
Because I've had a
The
Bloody.
greasy.
Yeah.
I had a Bloody Mary with a burger on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know about that.
You've had on the show, I think we made one with a whole rotisserie chicken on it.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Don't forget what show you're on.
That was a mistake.
Mental note. Don't ever forget what show you're making.
So I'm trying to wonder how I do this. This is Jell-O.
I'm trying to wonder. It's hard for me to wonder.
I gotta get up momentum. You know, it's like I take a running start towards thinking.
I think I want to deposit it in the middle.
I'm trying to.
Look.
Oh.
Whoa! And now you put your finger on top and
It's
pull
amazing. What you did was amazing.
out. Yep. It's like putting a brain implant into a pig. Look.
A brain implant into a pig.
Yeah. That's I got into that for a while.
That's, I mean,
That's art.
that's more impressive than writing your name on a grain of rice.
This is the closest I've ever gotten to being like having a display at LACMA. Is this right here?
you
Look at that.
would never know that that's butter.
Never know. That's the name of it. You would never know. By Rhett McLaughlin.
It kind of looks like an orange slice. Mine didn't. I couldn't.
Yeah, you didn't do it right. You didn't do it right. Look,
Okay.
but look at the little side thing that happened. Look at the see the side.
I know
thing?
it's really cool.
Golly, man, that's cool.
You did good, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, so it's got that going for it.
I eat my art. You got to show up, buy a ticket. Oh gosh.
Not good. It's kind of like the strawberry and butter though, but not in a good way. That's nasty.
They don't
man.
chew at the same rate.
No, they don't.
The Jell-O chews fast. The butter chews slow.
Yeah, it's like having
So it's heavy on the butter at the end.
a greasy core in the middle of your Jell-O. Is
Unfortunately,
not a
it
good
didn't
thing.
work.
Not a good thing.
I was looking forward to injecting butter into all my Jell-O.
We're in agreement, but sometimes when you're talking about food, you just can't help but disagree. And it's great to have two people who know what they're talking about,
Good segue.
and all you're doing is listening to them. That's why we're recommending our favorite food podcast, A Hot Dog is a Sandwich, for your listening pleasure. They just reached their 100th episode.
Wow.
Wow. So Josh and Nicole, they debate food-related topics. It's lots of fun. It's educational. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Listen right now. because you're tired of this.
That was a really great segue, really great promo until you got to basically the way you summarized it was, it is what it is. And
it's not trying to be anything it shouldn't.
Okay, that's a little bit better.
Reese's peanut butter cups. So we've got the peanut butter, and then we've got the regular butter.
This thing looks like it's just waiting to be buttered, doesn't it? It looks like a pie.
Because there's a little bit of an edge coming up from the ridge line.
I'm gonna really try to make this work because it feels like it could be right. I'm just putting. I'm just doing a nice thin layer on top.
Yeah, this is decadent. And it's
I'm sort of revealing that the very top of a peanut butter cup is not exactly flat. Like, look at that. See how some of it, the rim comes up a little bit right there?
Okay. Got that greasy rim again?
I'm doing full insertion.
That looks good. Okay, why? Why not? I don't know why you would, but I'm gonna go butter down. Tastes like a slightly more greasy peanut butter cup. And the taste is not the taste is not any different.
It's amazing how subtle it is.
Well, because the peanut butter is so overpowering.
I think it's because it's when you want to eat peanut butter cups, but you want more calories.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I got to make this one count. And get ready for a match.
This doesn't have enough calories in it. Let's spread some some butter on it.
That's a pretty good. It's very complimentary, but I wouldn't recommend doing that.
No, wouldn't recommend doing it. I think I've got a little nasal drip today.
Thanks.
I don't know. I think it's the.
It's the butter.
It's
all the butter.
Something's blooming. Something's blooming, y'all.
Yeah, my allergies have really been acting up.
Now, here we have everybody's favorite ice cream sandwich.
Now, this almost makes sense because sandwiches usually, good sandwiches have butter on them if you grill them.
Wow, you could grill this real quick.
We got an audible ugh from Twinkie back there. He's not excited about it.
The only thing that nothing is better with butter. Even though you've liked all of it, we all know that.
I can't say so far I would recommend any of this to the average person.
Okay.
When you want it to be a little more creamy.
Not necessary. Let's try a stick of gum. Maybe this will work.
It does taste pretty good.
All right, we're ending on a stick of gum, y'all.
Okay. I'm just gonna sort of just depress it right into the whole thing like this.
Do one of these like that.
Just kind of run it down that way, and turn it over, and run it down again.
Oh, you're doing it that way? I did. I made kind of like a sandwich.
Let's peel it up. Yeah. Okay.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, that's got mistake written all over it.
No.
Don't you say it. No.
At the very beginning, it's like a little Pavlovian reward for putting gum in your mouth. You get a little butter bump right at the beginning.
A butter bump doesn't go with mintiness, man. It doesn't work.
Hey, no, hold on. It's kind of like built-in chapstick because it greased my lips right up.
Chapstick and that's a good idea.
If you ran out of chapstick, would you use butter?
A gum that is a chapstick.
If you ran out of chapstick, would you use butter? Or just go?
I've never done that.
You've never run out of chapstick?
Oh, I've run out of lip balm, but I haven't used. I've used just lotion on my lips. Yeah.
Well, you should use butter from now on.
Okay, I will. Sorry, we don't have too much to report here.
Yeah.
It kind of messed up the gum too. Now the gum won't stay together.
Yeah. But I kind of like it.
If you like everything, it calls into question.
Get yourself
everything.
a butter bump.
Ketchup is a smoothie.
Yeah, I put ice in my cereal, so what?
That makes no sense.
A hot dog is a sandwich.
A hot dog is a sandwich.
What?